Okay, and we're back. Saints Row 2, baby.
Such a good game. Such a good game. That's probably my favorite out of the series.
Ain't no probably. It's got to be. It's got to be the best.
Just, I don't know. It's over the top and just, fun to play. GTA, it's fun to play and everything too, but you got that kind of serious tone for the most part throughout, which can get grating at times. Saints Row is just, again, over the top, 80s cheeseball fun.
Yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto, and this is kind of non-descriptive, it says everything and nothing, but it's up its own ass. As far as, especially when you think about something like 4. Let's take 4. That's like the weakest one.
Yeah.
Where Nico's cousin's calling your ass every 5 seconds, or you're just trying to take a girl out on a date and you get like retarded drunk and like 14 cops are trying to kill you, or the terrible ass controls. For people who don't know, Saints Row was made by Volition, and Volition did The Punisher, and I know you played that on the original Xbox. The Punisher was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
And so that shit where you're grabbing people and using them as cover and stuff, that's all in The Punisher. So they took that, put that in Saints Row, and put cars in it, and you have like a masterpiece. Never mind that Saints Row 2 had 2-player system link, or on live, and the whole game. And so, one person might be put as driving, and the other person might be, running the turn or whatever on their little story missions. And it wasn't a big game, but it was the real successor to the San Andreas, which I think Grand Theft Auto 4 failed to be.
That is a very good way to say that. Yeah, I agree. And then probably some of the best side missions.
Yeah,
in this game too.
When you're driving around pooping up people's houses.
Yeah, the Septic Avenger. That was my second favorite. I like the cops ripoff.
That shit is amazing.
And not only that, but you had an actual point to going through all these.
They give you a permanent bonus of some sort.
Yeah. So with the cops thing, you got 2 badass guns. I use those throughout the entire game. And then Septic Avenger. You end up getting that septic truck on top of your other stuff. So yeah, you're spraying poop on on people.
And some of the best customizations.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They could have done a little bit better. I mean, not just in this one, but through the other ones also. Like, you only had, a couple male voices?
Yeah, there's only 2 or 3. Here's a fun fact, Jason. If you put like 2 TVs next to each other and put the 2 different voices, they're like perfectly synced up. So they had the voice actor had to say it at a certain amount of time. At least as far as I remember. I specifically remember that Drew would play as the freaking British Kuckana guy or whatever it is, and then I would play as the Laura Bailey, I think it was Laura Bailey, and they were synced up. I'm like, how the hell did they do this? I guess you would have to, because the animations would be synced up when you're seeing the co-op, and so if you had the 2 TVs next to each other, you had 2 voices, and it's just some weird ass shit.
And part 3, the closest, I mean, it was fun too. It started kind of getting more goofy, where it's like where I don't know, it's hard for me to describe, but
no, everybody's vibing with you. They agree with you.
The Professor Genki side stuff that made me think of this game. That's more with what I enjoyed overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely two's where it grabbed me at the series.
And just the gangs part. That 4 and 5 forgot about the gangs. I do like Michael's story, trying to be a movie star, and I love Trevor. But just getting back to the gangs, taking over territories that San Andreas started. But that's kind of, if you ever went back and played it again, you realize you're just kind of crouching down in an area with a dang AK.
Exactly.
But this one had so much more shit to do, and it was just way funner. I don't know. That's still not BC, is it? No, I think it finally got BC.
I think it finally is, yeah.
Hopefully, I would think that would be the way to play it, because there was so much frame drops and just in certain multiplayer missions where you're the bodyguard and you're protecting the movie star or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you had played 2 players of that, it was a high chance your Xbox would overheat and crash. So maybe that's better. I don't know. But I know for a fact that I think the source code for the PC version, which was super fucked up, has been found, and they're going to fix.
Oh, they're finally going to fix that?
Yeah, so if you actually have Saints Row on Steam or whatever, they're going to fix it for free for you. How long this is going to take, I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually what's held me off from getting a Steam copy also.
Yeah,
it's
really bad borked. And I know they're working on a new Saints Row. Now, whether they show that for... I don't think... There's no way they would hit the launch, even though it's been a couple years since that Agents of Mayhem game that Drew played, but it was not very good.
Yeah, it sounds
so they're
right.
due. Volition's due to have something done. I don't know, man. A Series X or PlayStation 5 Day 1 Saints Row 5, and we're back to the games. It would melt the house down if they can hit that.
Yeah.
There's no way they'll hit it. But
I would consider actually getting one of those at launch. If that happened, yeah. But as right now,
I would try my best to have somebody to play it. Well, Chad will definitely play with it. I'm sure, like, Jason, you gotta get this on PC so you can play with me. Hey, maybe in the grand scheme of things, everything's cross-play in the future. It'd be great. They just, Sean Layton and freaking Phil Spencer and Shigeru and Omimoto just come out there dancing and lollygagging out there on E3. They probably got the coronavirus, but they'll out there like, you can play everything on everything with everybody. I'm just fucking shitting right.
Yeah, definitely past due.
Mortal Kombat 9 is the best Mortal Kombat out of all Mortal Kombats. I'm saying it down, laying the hammer down.
I am hard pressed to disagree at this point. I'd have to really go back and take a lot more time than what this video has to think. But definitely, because that came out after that Mortal Kombat versus DC garbage fire, right?
I thought what I played of that, I actually liked. They took that, and that's largely what 9 is. But they got the DC shit. They turned it back to the roots. You put in all of the Mortal Kombat trilogy people, which is just the top lineup of who you want to have in there. Oh, yeah. And dude, that game was fucking awesome.
You actually cared about playing a story mode in a fighter.
Yeah.
Which is, unheard of.
I lost my shit when what was it, Cyber Sub-Zero came out, and you had to fight fucking Goro and Kataro, and once he's like, not only is he just, holy shit, Cyber Sub-Zero, he's gonna whoop ass.
Yes. So yeah, you had all those, branching what if scenarios and stuff, and then I want to say Liu Kang isn't the fucking protagonist in this game for once. You know, he's
a hater. Jason's a hater.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, the solid lineup of fighters. Again, you had those what if characters. Was Frost in this one also?
She's, I think, a background character. You don't play as her. And I don't know if you remember, but in the story, Motaro show up. That's the four-headed, fucking guy with the horse feet. They didn't actually put him in the game because it's a lot of work to put him in the game. But Raiden just blows his ass up like nothing in the background. I remember that.
So yeah, you had, again, Cyber Sub-Zero, have all the little variations. Again, it felt and played really well. You had your mix of new and, dumb fatalities and stuff. And I don't know, just, again, I'd have to think back of some of the other ones. I liked, what was it, Mortal Kombat 10?
X,
yeah. I liked that one also. Had my boy Shinnok in that one. I was wrecking stuff with him, but just how they set it up to, at the end of this one, and vengeful Liu Kang coming back and,
as an asshole.
Yes. Just so good what they did with that.
Yeah, I've not played 11 yet, and you haven't either, right?
No, I'm waiting for that shit to drop in price before I get it.
Yeah. Hopefully I've converted you enough bitching and raging. Dude, those freaking season passes, multiple season passes, here's your battle pass, here's your, you need to get this guy to pre-order DLC. It eventually wears on your ass.
It does, yeah.
And what pissed me off about X was they gave you that freaking netcode that came out 2003. And then, they eventually fixed it. After they shit that out and they shit the PC port out, they eventually went back and fixed it just so they could have XL, in my opinion. And then, did they have any more DLCs from XL? They might have.
After XL on MKX, no.
Okay, so
that was everything. But in their defense, somewhat defense of all the, you know, season, battle pass, blah, 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 if you decide not to get any of that, they still had free compatibility downloads, which you'd get extra costumes and stuff like that, too. Okay. So, you know, props for them for actually doing that, too. But again, yeah, guys, tone that shit down. Yeah. Seriously, Street Fighter V.
Word on the street that there's going to be a Game of the Year, Mortal Kombat. Well, I mean, yeah, of course there will be, but that's where some of the leaks I've seen. I can't remember the source for them. And then, you know, most of the characters have been leaked for XL, but I'm not, I mean, 11. I'm not even following it, so I'm still pissed off. Dude, give me that game for $20 and I'll run through it and have fun. It's not like I'll never take that as a serious fighter. That's, you know, you go in there and you be a cheesy shithead because that's basically what all that shit is.
Yeah. I can't remember now, again, because it's been a while since I played that one. Did they go back to just having the one fighting mode per character on this one? I know in, was it Deadly Alliance and Deception, they kind of tweaked with the...
Definitely on 9. On 10, they get the A-isms or whatever
it
is.
Exactly.
I can't speak for 11.
11 kind of has the same thing.
On Deception and Dark Deadly Alliance, they were like, okay, well, Tekken's popular, so we want to be Tekken. And then, but the thing is, all of those little fighting stances, they could have done all of that on, you know, in one... all of these different moves in one character, so it's like you're taking your stances and you're kind of dividing your character up, and that's kind of a way that's worked up. Well, you take something like Virtua Fighter, you've only got 2 buttons in a block, and you can have 700 moves for a fucking character, and once you've got it and you got to figure it out, it's like, why should I be in a Kung Fu stance to have a better sweep than, you know, Claw stance? It was bloat for the sake of bloat. That's all it was. And never mind that your special moves, everybody had a fireball, and then usually had like one other thing, and that was it, unless you're shit Jinko.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was Shinjinko in this one too? I think that was Deception, wasn't it? Where do you go around? Deception
is where he was. I'm sure they probably are going to bring him back in some form or another just to kind of kill him. I don't know whether that's happened between 9 and 11. I don't remember. You know, I mean, besides Shinjiko, I think both of you, me and you, loved Deception. Deception was the best of those games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I love
Although, again, Deadly Alliance, when, you know, Liu Kang, you know, opening cinematic gets his ass, you know, his neck snapped to that, you know, awesome Anima song. Yeah. It definitely set the tone.
and the best Shang Tsung was in Deadly Alliance. I love that wizard style Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
And of course, they were putting a sword in people and then just walking away as they died. It's just some cheesy shit.
Yeah, well.
We could do a whole video about the next one, man. Ninja Gaiden 2.
Oh, yeah. That was, you know, just them improving on what they did with the Xbox Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, and Ninja Gaiden Black. Just,
I played through that last year. I finally went through and beat Black. If you took all of your ninja knowledge and stack it up, I went through the game actually pretty easy, bro. I hoard them potions, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened to my physical copy of the Xbox One, OG Xbox, but yeah, I love playing that. I mean, yeah, it was hard. It kicked my ass. Got frustrated, threw a controller, but you know, it kept coming back, upgrading the weapons, and again, once you beat the final guy and stuff, you know, you feel accomplished.
I feel that Ninja Gaiden 2 is the definitive and best out of all character action RPGs. And you know what? The weird thing is, I've not even played through the 360 one. I've only got 2, I think, to beat the werewolf. I beat Sigma 2 is what I beat on PlayStation. Oh, yeah. And they took a lot of shit out. I didn't actually mind the blood mist. I thought that was cool. But it would probably been better to have the arms and limbs on the floor with the blood mist.
Yeah.
Purple or red, I don't give a shit. That game plays like phenomenal. Like, I'm frothing in the mouth when I play those games because you just go from insta kill to insta kill. You're trying to keep your invincible animation. Shit's blowing up in all of your face.
Yep.
And on Sigma, and then later on Razor's Edge, they had a, you know, if you're fighting for 10 minutes, you're kicking ass, and then like when you've done killing people, you can finally sit down and you won't even remember what you're doing. It's like, where am I going?
Exactly.
What's going on? What am I supposed to be doing? And so you had a ninja vision to say, this is where you're supposed to go. And it was as simple as hold down like the right trigger or something. But that little thing right there helped so much. So you could just lose your mind into the combat and then come back, oh, I got an adventure type game to do too.
Well, you had to, especially with all the, you know, guys that they're throwing at you. You know, hell, you could get insta-kill on some stuff too. So, you know, you're constantly moving around, dip, dive, duck, dodge, dive, and however that spiel goes, you know. So yeah, definitely need that. Again, I loved how, you know, all the decapitations, limb removals, all that, and again, like you said, the fluidity of the combat, beautiful visuals. It's just satisfying.
Yeah, both of those games are enhanced for X.
Ooh, bonus.
Yeah, as I was telling Drew, was like, that's one of the few reasons, because I have a good PC, that would be one of the few reasons that I actually have an X. I will just wait and see what Series X does, and I'm hoping that they just bring the emulation and just works just as good, because they had to work on it. The emulation for Xbox One was kind of iffy at first. It's gotten really, really good, and I think there's only like a frame of delay, which is the best you could do. But you know, one of these days I want to go through Ninja Gaiden 2. I want to go through Razor's Edge again, because I haven't done them since they came out. So that puts like 2013 for Razor's Edge. And I never beat Ninja Gaiden 2. Games that definitely could use a remaster, at least on, you know, they're backwards compatible for Xbox, but they should be on Steam. They should be on PlayStation. Before they do a Ninja Gaiden 4. Well, right now they're all Neo. Neo 2 comes out in a couple. Well, by the time this video comes out, it'll be out.
Oh wow! I didn't realize it's been that.
It comes out.
Soon, yeah.
It comes out. I think a little bit before Doom Eternal. It's kind of fucked up. They're bringing. They're completely different games, but if you're literally putting your Neo 2 up against Doom and Resident Evil and Final Fantasy, you're just destined to be forgotten. Especially when you're stuck only on PlayStation. I'm just gonna wait for the PC port.
Probably the same for me.
Yeah.
Or shoot, you know, I'm surprised that they haven't gone the Devil May Cry route and, you know, have, you know, 1, 2, and 3 in a pack together.
Koei does not do that many. I'm trying to think about collections, period. The only collections they've done, and this is Gus. Gus is part of them, so the RDA, that game I played where you collect a bunch of fruits and shit and you make stuff, you make a bunch of witches stuff. RDA has come out in collections and remasters. That's it, as far as I know. So, even as something like you could gather the romance games, of course, the Dynasty Warriors games, Orchies should all be released as a copy, as a group compilation.
Yeah.
Of course, Ninja Gaiden being top, or hell, even Dead or Alive, because it's lost on so many different systems. If you could just release Dead or Alive 1 through 6 together. I don't know. They just haven't done very much. EA doesn't do many remaster types either. But I mean, could you, I don't know, the licensing for to try to get all the Maddens together would be insane, I guess. But
probably, yeah.
But that would be something that I'm sure a lot of people would love that. But as of right now, EA's EA and Koei is Koei. We're gonna de-seal it up and be dicks.
Resident Evil.
Yes. Well, you hit it on pretty much most of the points on your video on Resident Evil 5 already. I just remember all of us going up to GameStop. You know, we went, I think, 8 Mo's, and then went over to GameStop to get our copies, and I was amped up for this, so I actually got the special edition.
What was in that?
Of course, it was you know, different steelbook case. It had so you know, the whole Fallout 76 canvas bag bullshit. So kind of same thing. Came with a crappy ass cloth bag that had the was it BSAA logo and stuff on it.
Oh, I remember the little patch.
Yeah, it had the patch also, and a couple other little like inserts or whatever. But hella fucking fun to play this. I still like to go back to this and Resident Evil 6 and, you know, play that whether it's just doing the
Somehow,
extra
some
stuff
way,
or whatever.
I think we're building up to another run of some sort. The thing is, they just haven't. Okay, 2 is great. 3 hopefully is good. 7 I think is okay. But they don't have that. I call it the bro dude game. It's the ultimate bro dude game you get with your friend, and then you play through it together. And that's sorely missing in these newer games. And
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and of course, then you're gonna have the tank control people bitching about, I want to, set camera tank control game, and
screw you guys. No. Well, because recently I'm slowly starting to get a Sega Saturn collection. So I have Deep Fear, and again, it's was it Sega's version of Resident Evil, and goddamn the tank controls, the bullshit camera. No.
You're done. He's setting the hammer down. I'll play it for you guys, okay?
We came a long way. That's.
Listen, all right, here you go. I'll put you on the spot. If Outbreak came out, all right, here it goes. Xbox One, Steam, everything. Got to take control. Would you do it?
Well, I never played it when it originally came out, so is that how it was? Or
yeah.
And that was what, online only? I mean, it was like multiplayer.
You really wanted it to have online, and on PlayStation 2, which is where it came out for, you wanted to also have the hard drive because it helped with the atrocious loading times. Eddie fucking did it without all that shit, but he's a hard ass. He's a hard ass.
Yeah, I would do that just again to get back to all of us.
Playing together. Playing together means so much.
Well, that's the thing too. Like a lot of these, like whether it's shooter games or whatever, I like to switch my gameplay up. Sure, sometimes I'll be frontline, Leroy Jenkins shit, but there's other times where it's, I want to sit back, chill. I'll be, the support guy. Like, we've been playing, Monster Hunter World, phenomenal game. Off and on, and I like to go heavy bowgun too, so I can heal you guys from afar. There's the hunting horn, same thing. I like doing support things as well, so having the group together doing that, fun for me.
Yeah, and Resident Evil 6 is the same way. It's weaker than 5. It's way longer than 5. It needs an editor to cut that shit down, but dude, I put 150 hours in that game.
Something like that, yeah.
There's something about that mercenaries mode. Even though I think 5's is probably better at the higher level, at the lower level, you'll still get, you'll be doing great in that Chinese level, man. That first one is so ridiculous when those, what was it, the last 40 zombies just go ape shit insane, just start jumping at your ass like a maniac.
Exactly. Oh. Get that rush of, oh shit, we got how many minutes left, but we still got to get our score up so we can get our nice pretty new costume and blah blah blah. So that's what I hope whenever I guess it's inevitable Resident Evil 8 comes out or whatever, or with that extra mode that's going to be in Resident Evil 3. I want the multiplayer stuff from 5 and 6.
Mercenaries.
Yeah, all the mercenary stuff.
There's a lot of haters that say, well, they get stressed out with the time limit. The time limit is what makes it. You want to. Yeah. You got to keep your bonus combo. You got to worry about this time. You're trying to optimize every single bit. It's almost like a speed run, I would think, to do the best you can to go for the high score. And then people just don't care about high scores. But once you're in it, man, once you're in it and you got that gameplay loop like Crazy Taxi, then all of a sudden you care about your high score. And it feels so good. I've only ever done the 150 combo a couple of times solo.
Mm-hmm. I think we've done it a couple times together. On
that Chinese level, and you have to know where to be based on how many enemies you killed. Like, you need to go up to fight the fat guy that's on the bridge. I would specifically remember and have the remote mine waiting there, and he shows you up, blows up. And to learn to play it, that shit feels so good. And people bitch about how hard it is. It's like, well, I mean, my advice is get good scrub, but really, it's designed to be after you've beaten the campaign and you're looking for more.
And and that goes back to, again, we're seasoned. I'll say seasoned gamers. Back in our day, that's how you unlock shit. You got your score up, and once you got to, certain milestones, boom, you unlocked extra characters. You unlocked guns, costumes, whatever. That went back to that. And again, back to the people that are saying, oh, you know, it's too hard or whatever, you know, well, switch your characters up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we started playing, you know, I was all about Jake and stuff, you know, doing all his kung fu shit and everything, but I was getting hammered. And then Sherry, she's my favorite character in there. Switched over to her.
Did she have a triple shot if you wanted to? Right?
Think so, yeah. I know Helena.
She was a Hydra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she had the Hydra, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, you know, there's how many characters, and then there's variations too. Same thing with Resident Evil 5. You know,
especially
you have
Resident Evil 5.
Just switch it up.
Yeah, once you unlock,
find who you know you mesh with.
Regular Shiva and Chris were kind of weak. BSAA Jill, unfortunately, even though that freaking character model is so amazing.
Yeah.
She only had that MP, what was it, 150 with the machine gun.
Yeah.
Kind of weak against the big guys, so you needed a grenade or strategy. But then you get bullshit like freaking Bo Shiva or the Weskers. They're just loaded down with stupid shit. Double rocket launcher Chris. So, you know, automatically you're going to level with the big axe guys. And, you know, the two of them are going to get fucked immediately. Yeah, dude, the mercenary modes is fucking amazing. And I think one day we'll try to, whether it's you or Chad or Eddie or somebody, I'll get some videos up of mercenaries.
Oh, yeah,
and then watch my ass get creamed because I forgot all that shit. It'll come back. It'll come back.
Well, that's what we call editing. And then let's see, Revelations. I can't remember if we got that at the same time. I want to say you got it first, and then you're like, you know, hey dude, check this out. This is fun. It took me a little bit to get into it because remind me, this first came out on 3DS, and then it ported over.
It ported up with. It was the best they could do without redoing it, and they used the high res models from the cutscenes as the characters, but largely it was just the 3DS game. They did some enhancements for. I don't think you could play 2-player on the raid mode on the 3DS, but you can on this one.
Yes.
Not sure, but I think so.
Sounds right.
Do you even remember the campaign?
Oh shoot, it's what, Jill and Fat guy, yeah. Again, it's sad that that's how we know it, but just remember you're finding more oh crap, can't remember what the guys are called now. I'm gonna get tore up for that, but
BOWs.
BOWs, yeah. You're fighting them on the sub and all that, and it went back to having that claustrophobic feel.
Yeah.
Which was nice, but then it still had the improvements from, you know, Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6, where it's, you know, better range of movement. You have your multiple weapons that you can switch to.
You can shoot while aiming.
You can shoot while aiming.
I'm sorry. Move and aim and shoot at the same time.
Yeah.
It didn't. Now, Resident Revelations 2, like, is literally off of the 6's engine. The raid mode was just so fucking fun. It's so damn long. I think only me and Eddie went all the way through, and I carried Eddie.
Yeah.
You
and I got pretty far, but
that last 10 levels of grinding is just bullshit. It's just bullshit. And the way I did it was literally play the first level on the hardest difficulty, whatever. I forgot what it was. I think it was the bottom left of the screen of the menu. Just play that shit over and over again. Did it in like a minute 25 seconds. Watch a little inkling of your bar go up, and then redo it again.
Yeah.
Until you got to level 50, and then just I went through the other levels that were super hard on the difficulty, just to get through them and never play them again. Because those one hit. Remember the fat guy was the one hit kill.
Yeah.
Might have been more than one. But you didn't want to sit there and have to play with another player. Some surprise fat guy get your ass and midget for him.
Oh yeah, God. Oh man, I totally forgot about that. Yes. Oh, but yeah, that one definitely had a lot more fun in raid mode in Revelations 1. Revelations 2, you know, we talked about this, you know, offline or whatever you want to call it. I like the RPG, you know, setting up your character aspect.
Building the levels up.
Building the levels up and all that. But yeah, other than that, it was just like bland and not as fun.
I vibe. It's hard to describe it, but Brand really nails it down. Okay, let's stop this one right here.